Hi, my name is Pilla, and today I'm going to show you how to make candy corn cupcakes. First, in a cake sifter, you need to add 1 1/3 cups of white cake flour. Next, you'll add 1/4 teaspoon of baking powder. Then you'll add 1/2 teaspoon of baking soda and 1/4 teaspoon of salt. Now, sift the dry ingredients into a medium-sized bowl. And stir the dry ingredients together until combined. Now add 1/2 cup of the candy corn onto a chopping board and cut them into smaller pieces. Then in a small pot, you need to add 3/4 cup of whole milk and room temperature. And let it get hot for a few minutes. Now, when the milk is hot, add the candy corn pieces into the hot milk and stir them into it until the candy corn has melted into the milk. Now you can add 2/3 cup of the candy corn milk mixture into a small bowl. Then you'll add 4 tablespoons of sour cream at room temperature. Next, you'll add 2 teaspoons of pure vanilla extract. Then you'll add 1 teaspoon of butter extract and 1/2 teaspoon of cake butter extract. Now mix the wet ingredients together until combined. Then in a large bowl, you need to add 1/2 cup, 1 stick of unsalted butter at room temperature. Next, you add 2 tablespoons of canola oil, and 1 cup of granulated white sugar. Now beat the butter, oil, and sugar together on a medium-low speed until it's light and fluffy. Now crack 1 large egg and room temperature into the butter and sugar mixture. And beat it into it until combined. Now add 1 large egg white and room temperature into the batter. And beat it into it until combined. Now add 1/2 cup of the cake flour mixture into the batter one at a time. And 1/3 cup of the candy corn milk mixture into the batter one at a time. And beat them into it until combined. Repeat those steps. I made the candy corn cake batter. Now scoop the candy corn cupcake batter onto a greased cupcake pan with cupcake liners. place the candy corn cupcakes into a preheated 325-degree oven and bake them for 25 minutes. Now you can make your candy corn frosting. First, you need to add 1/4 cup of the candy corn pieces onto a chopping board and cut them into smaller pieces. Now you can pour the leftover candy corn milk mixture into the small pot. Let this get hot for a few minutes. Now when the mixture is hot, add the candy corn pieces into the milk mixture. And stir them into it until the candy corn has totally dissolved into. Now add 1 to 2 tablespoons of warm whole milk and stir it into the mixture until combined. In a large bowl, you can add 1 1/2 sticks of salted butter and room temperature. Now add the candy corn mixture. Then you'll add 1 1/2 teaspoons of pure vanilla extract. Then you'll add 1 teaspoon of butter extract. Then you'll add 1 cup of confectioner's sugar. Just a tiny little sprinkle of salt. Now beat the ingredients together on a mid to low speed until combined. I made the candy corn frosting. Now pipe the frosting onto each cupcake. Now add the candy corn pieces on top of each cupcake for garnish. Now here's the final presentation of the candy corn cupcakes. Thank you for watching and please subscribe.